guys. So I wanted to come on and make this video this morning because there's a great tag going around, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of like in my workout gear ready to go to my bar class after I'm done doing this. So I'm killing some time, so I figured I would go ahead and do this video. There's a tag going around about, are we really done collecting at any point in time? And I thought this was a great tag because, well, I've been collecting for how many years? I'm trying to think. It's like 20 years. Definitely at least 20 years or more. And it always amazes me because I go through these ebbs and flows of being really content, most of the time not content, but more recently being really, really super content with having Monroe and not feeling the urge to really want to buy any more dolls. So does that mean I'm done collecting? That is the big question, right? Okay, so my thought process on this is that it's a natural ebb and flow of like collecting, and it depends on kind of where you're at and how long you've been collecting, where you're at in your collecting, because I feel like there's many stages of collecting for collectors, if that makes any sense. Maybe some of you will not understand what I mean by that, but when you're new to collecting, you just want to experience everything. So every new baby that comes out, you're like, I gotta have that one, and I gotta have that one, and I want this one, and oh my gosh, there's so many beautiful dolls being made by so many artists. And then you've got reborns, and then you've got silicone dolls, and then you've got one-of-a-kind dolls, and you've got all these different types of mediums that you can explore and try as well to see like, what do you like best? So what I find interesting is that when I was early on in collecting, it was just reborns and one-of-a-kind dolls. And one-of-a-kind dolls have like gone out the door. Like nobody sees those anymore. And it's rare. Usually they're making them for a mold for, they sculpt the clay doll to make the mold for whether it's going to be a vinyl reborn or if it's going to be a silicone doll. So we don't really see one-of-a-kind dolls anymore, but that was like huge when I first started collecting. One-of-a-kind dolls were like, oh, how great would it be to have a one-of-a-kind that's only one out there, one in the whole wide world, and that's what collectors wanted at the time. And then reborns kind of grew slowly into being super popular because then, wow, there's more options and people can make them look different, and then we evolve and fast forward how many years later, and you've got silicone that's now on the market, and everybody, like, I'm fully like delved into having silicone. Like at first I was scared, didn't know if I'd like silicone, a lot of maintenance, yada yada yada. I can't see myself without having a silicone doll in my collection. I just can't, I can't foresee that happening in the future. Who knows? Because of the realism, because of how they feel when you hold them, the depth that you're able to achieve, the squishiness. I mean, I just love everything about it. To me, I don't think they're too high maintenance as long as you take very good care of them and you're cautious with them. I don't know, like I feel like I may be, I don't want to think that I'm done with collecting reborns, but I'm kind of at that point now where I am so content that I may be done with collecting reborns. I may have gotten past that phase of my life until maybe I see something I really, really love. I have seen a handful of reborn dolls recently, that have really caught my eye. They're beautifully done, and I can't imagine the price tag on them if someone were to sell them. I see them in people's collections. That's where I see them. I have yet to really, I'm not really a big part of like the Facebook groups and things where artists are selling their reborn dolls. So when I see collectors bringing home these beautiful dolls, I'm like, where are they getting them from? Because I haven't done my research in a long time for reborns. I can tell you every avenue and how to find a silicone doll, but right now I'm just not in touch with the reborn world. So I'm thinking that that might be part of why it feels overwhelming to me. So I kind of feel like I'm starting all over again and have to really do some research in order to want to invest money and bring home a new reborn. So that might be something I might be working on. We'll see. And plus I had such a bad experience with I was supposed to have a custom reborn done by a very well-known artist who completely they screwed me over with it. It was a bad experience, and this is multiple custom bad experiences. So that's also put a bad taste in my mouth for even dealing with reborn artists. Unfortunately, usually one ruins it all for everybody else. But I'm hoping to get past that at some point and really get back to really wanting to have a reborn in my collection. I think it would be a fantastic addition to my nursery. It's just finding the right one. Like, I have to be in love. And right now, the love and joy that I feel for Monroe is hard to really see myself feeling that in another doll right now, because I really am so content with her. So we'll see where that goes. Do I really think I'm ever done collecting? The simple answer to that is no. I've been doing this for 20 plus years, and I have gone through periods of time where I take breaks and I've had no dolls in my collection other than like ones that are packed away that I just don't touch. Like my first reborn, like those are the ones that I have that'll never leave because they're packed away, and I've showed you guys that, my first reborn. I have a couple, but aside from that, I've gone through periods of time where I've had no dolls and lost all interest in collecting dolls, but that is always a very short period of time, and then I come back to, I love dolls, I really want to have more dolls, so then I buy more. And it always ends up being, almost always having a silicone first. I think that silicone is my #1 medium right now. Like I said, who knows in the future? And I love my Monroe. I can't get enough of her. So the big question is whether I'm going to have more reborns. I know people ask me that all the time because I only have Monroe in the nursery and Amy Webb, of course. I'm looking at different places because there's Amy, there's Monroe. Monroe's in her stroller just hanging out. So she's a happy little baby. So yeah, I mean, it's a really cool question, and I'm really enjoying listening to everybody else's videos about it, because I find it interesting, because I want, like, depending on who the collector is and what phase of their collecting they're in is where their answers kind of come from, and I'm like, I remember then, and I remember feeling that way, and I don't know, I think it's really interesting to hear other collectors' thoughts on this. And there are definitely collectors out there that are like, when they're done, and you never hear from them again. There's some, like, YouTube channels that have literally up and just disappeared. You never hear from them again. You don't see them on social media. And it makes me think, well, they got sick of dolls or the baloney that happens on social media, and they're gone. And it's like interesting and sad all at the same time. So there are definitely collectors out there, I think, that when they're done, they're done. And then there are those of us who need to take breaks, and we do take our breaks, and then we come back. And that's me. Like, I go through that periodically. I mean, I kind of went through that a bit earlier, I don't want to say early summer, springtime into summer. Like, I had a few months there where I was just kind of and I still have occasional moments where I'm like, not really feeling it today, and I don't even come into the nursery, other than just to kind of peek on Monroe and check and make sure she's okay. Not that anything's going to happen to her in here. This is a very safe space. My nursery is like where nobody comes and bothers anything. Like, my family members never come in here. They're like, nope, we know better. So yeah, I mean, I definitely think that it's very normal. It's like that with probably any hobby or interests that people have, that we go through ups and downs. But I don't know if true collectors, I don't know if we're really ever done collecting, because there's always something new out there, and there's something like, literally, I feel like every day there's an artist presenting something new. And looking at the evolution of how far silicones have come over the years, like, tells me that I could never be done collecting. I might be temporarily done because I'm currently very content with the baby that I have, but am I really done? No, I'm never really done. If I'm ever really done, then I'm out of the hobby. You will see nothing more of me. I will disappear from all social media, and then I'll be gone if I'm really done. And who knows? That could happen. I mean, there's nothing to say that something in your lives, in our lives, that happen to us that may make that happen for us. It's always tough to tell the future. I mean, I always hope that I'm in the hobby. I enjoy the people that are here so much. I enjoy my babies. I enjoy just having this space to kind of come to and have a chat with you guys like this. This is wonderful for me. This is kind of a great outlet. But in the future, you just never know. I mean, I can tell you that when I've had health issues in the past, I have completely disappeared for periods of time because I'm only focused on the fact that I have something going on, or if there's a problem with like a family member or something. So time will tell. I think that for most of us, the collecting is never done though. It's never done. I'll probably be collecting dolls my whole life, you guys. I don't know, maybe I'll be buried with one someday when I die. I don't know. Who knows? But anyways, I think that's a really cool topic. I don't know, I'm not even sure who started it originally, like the very first person who talked about it. So I wish I could give credit, but I'm not sure who, because I saw it come up on a couple people's channels right around the same time. So I'm thinking, I don't really know, so I don't want to give credit to the wrong person. But great topic, you guys. I love these kind of tag things where we send them around the community and we get to watch everybody's responses. So feel free to chime in and make your own video. If you let me know in the comments below, if you decide to make a video, then I can kind of hop on over to your channel and watch it. But it is the start to the weekend for me. I'm getting ready to go to my bar class, like I said previously. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to have tons of time to do videos later. I don't know. I might come back and do like a changing video of Monroe. She's still in her pajamas that I put her in. Baby girl. So we'll see. Depends on kind of how the day goes. It looks like it's going to be beautiful out. It rained the last 2 days. We've had wicked thunderstorms. So I'm really hoping that we're done with that, and then I can enjoy today and the rest of the teeny tiny bit of summer that we have left, you guys, because it's like on its way out, which makes me so sad. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great start to your weekend. And yeah, I will see you guys all very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.